We are a bunch of international scientists. Alfredo is at University of Puerto Rico. We are friends originally from University of Texas at Austin. He is uh, a full professor there doing various things in the molecular biology program. So Professor Alfredo Ghezzi, he's in the corner, it's written Alfredo. We have Dr. Brooks Robinson. Again, Brooks and I are friends from University of Texas at Austin. Um, Brooks is program director at LIDA Center for Human Resilience, University of Colorado. So it's a world-known center for neuroscience. In our team, we haven't brought in everyone to talk to you, but we in our team we have people like one of the most famous doctors of India. If you're interested, we'll bring Dr. Ravi Nair. We have a lot of AI engineers. My own training is from three disciplines. I did PhD from University of Texas at Austin in neuroscience. There was a cell molecular biology component from Northwestern, and I spent almost half the time doing mathematics with a collaborator from NYU modeling neurons. So I traversed two worlds, AI and biology. Alfredo is a polymath doing a lot of neuroscience, engineering, epigenetics, electrophysiology, behavior. Brooks has done span from electrophysiology, behavior, things related to pharma, all the way to brain health, and now being one of the topmost voices for brain health and all. So, unlike people who are generally just education consultants or career consultants, we are a bunch of scientists helping guide people to success and sort of touch wood so far with a 100% success rate. As you can see, some of you might have. Arnab, you can mute yourself. Arnab, please mute yourself. Yeah. So, so we are a bunch of scientists guiding people, and we can discuss the other aspects later, but we'll tell you what leads to success in masters, what leads to success in PhD, leads to success in getting postdoc thing. And as the global immigration is becoming challenging, all these things even become more relevant. If you're looking to secure a job in Europe, how do you achieve that? So we will be discussing all such things with you. Um, but I will see if there are more people. There are already, I can see 22 others in addition to this panel, like this plane. So there are probably 30 people already on this call. Arsh, what time are we at? And we can actually start with few things, and then if people join in, let them trickle in. We can repeat if Professor Alfredo is busy, he can speak in 5 minutes. And then if he's busy, he can leave. And then if others come in, we can repeat something, right? So basically, one of the common misconceptions in India for PhD postdoc job is to think that when I am most ready, people will find me. Unfortunately, the bad news is even forget job, even if you're dating, the other person really never gets to know you. You have to put things out there. What is there? So you need to have a profile which is visible. Publications alone aren't thing. Publications are important. CGPA alone isn't thing. It's important. What we do is we build holistic profile. Books, blogs, conferences, podcasts, teaching experience, virtual presentations, posters, videos. No one else makes AI videos. I hope all of you ask Ash, Vijay, Sumant, people from my company, what do I mean by AI videos? Let's say you've done some work in engineering, you were from some ICER or IIT as a student. You did a project, we'll make a AI video summarizing that. What are your ambitions? We'll summarize that. Let's say you're working on HIV. We will create three series of videos, one for laymen, like misconceptions about HIV. Second, global funding situation, finance, all such things. Third, we will make something on pharmaceutics, new drugs for HIV, right? Show you as a 360-degree person in the domain of retroviruses. So that is what I mean by AI videos. So we build your profile. We also build your profile through systematic research program with various American professors. There are some companies, I'm not interested in talking about competition, but I'm just saying that you should compare. No one in India offers this. Everyone else is offering competition, like any kind of internship within India. We are the only ones who are offering internship with various American professors. So this is how we build profile, right? Okay. So second thing, we are also doing finding prospects. So if you're looking for jobs and you find only 5 or 10, let's say, Naresh, we can answer all the questions at the end. Right now, don't raise hands. We will even start from beginning again if you join later, right? We will answer all questions in the end. Because people are still trickling in, I'm giving a fast run through. I'll again repeat and then I'll let Professor Alfredo speak, right? And we will answer every question. I'll be with you for a very long time until every last question is answered. So don't worry about any of the questions being left unanswered. Just please write them down right now for yourself. Now, coming to the next thing is prospects. Instead of finding 1 or 2 or 10, we find hundreds. In fact, recently, one of the person, Aditi Dubey, I think we gave her around 1,500 openings for cancer research. So we find prospects. The first pillar of our success is profile. Second is prospect. Third is personalization. Let's say if you were applying to Professor Alfredo Ghezzi, I'm just using Alfredo as an example. I know what he works on. So let's say you're writing about epigenetics, addiction, Drosophila, right? So you will say, I have read your papers. I read your paper in 23. I read the very important paper in 2017. I understand what you're doing. I have some experience in genetics. I have some experience in epigenetics. These are the things I've done and how I would love to be part of your lab. So you're doing perfect alignment. You're not merely saying that here is my CV, please take me in for PhD, right? So you're aligning yourself. Naresh, please turn off your video. Naresh, please turn off your video. So we do perfect alignment with people. Second thing, we also make sure that it's not just the email. If you need to write a cover letter, which is extremely personalized, we do that. If you need to write a specific SOP for each university, we do that. So basically, it's extreme personalization, extreme alignment, which results in very high success rate, whether it's jobs, whether it's PhD, postdoc, masters, any opportunity you're looking for. Last principle is preparation. We help people prepare. Now, in all of this, we are not the sweetest talkers. We are very blunt people. We will tell you things as they are. But you can imagine our company, which you can research, IronCure, has been doing very well simply because we are honest scientists. So these are the 4 principles through which we help. Profile building, so profile. Second, finding a lot of prospects. Third, personalization. Fourth, preparation. Now, I will, after Professor Alfredo has spoken, I can speak again. I can recap. I think he will have to leave soon. So we'll let Professor Alfredo talk first. Alfredo, over to you.
Okay, so good morning or good afternoon, wherever you are. So, yeah, I'm going to echo what Dr. Sukant Khurana said. Basically, one of the key factors in getting hired and or finding the position of graduate student, postdoc, etc., is I think visibility. Getting out there, being seen, and talking to scientists that are prospective mentors, supervisors is I think the key. And there's many different ways to do it. I think conferences is probably one of the most direct ones because you get to interact with these people. If you can find ways to get into conferences, that's always good. But in general, being prepared for those interactions is probably the second most important, right? Getting out there is one. When you get out there, being prepared is important. So, not yeah, as Sukan said, not only knowing about the potential supervisor or potential mentor is important, but having something to say about it, being prepared in the sense that you can talk about that topic with confidence. So I think that's definitely important. In other aspects, I guess it's important to to know the system, right? Different places, different universities have different, I guess, cultures and how it works. Sometimes you just go there as an anonymous applicant, and you're admitted or hired based on how you look on paper. But sometimes it's knowing the right people, right? Having already written an email to a potential mentor is important. So all these things I think are going to be critical in potential job applications, graduate studies applications. These are all important things. I don't know what else to add. But yeah, I have gone through all this process. Being an international student in the U.S. Was an experience that basically changed my life. I'm coming from Latin America, from Peru, which is a developing country with limited opportunities, and I found my way to, I guess, the end of the career in science, all the way to professor, right? So I went through as an undergraduate student, then as a graduate student. I worked as a research associate, well, postdoc research associate. Went through all the types of visa imaginable. So I have experience going through that process, and navigating the process is not trivial, right? And especially nowadays, I'm talking about the U.S., but in general, in Europe, the same thing applies. You have to go through the system, know the system, and I guess we're here to help navigate that as well. So yeah, that's what I have to say. I don't know if there's anything in particular, Sukant, that you want me to add, but
No. But I think you beautifully said something that I missed. Thanks a lot, Alfredo, for it. So the fact that one has to navigate the right way of visa, which also sets us apart. We guide people on various ways. We also, when we encounter someone with a good PhD, with the right credentials, we can even guide them on getting them the right straightaway PR in some cases, right? So, like if they have done a PhD in AI, where there's a fast track thing for citizenship in UK in 3 years, right? A lot of people are not aware of it. So we can be very, very useful to people in that sense, that what is the right visa system, what is the way they can actually join in, right? To basically get things. Second thing that you mentioned, which I should have said, now our team is organizing conferences. There'll be almost an international virtual conference, one a day, starting from mid-September, and there'll be some major conferences. So what Professor Ghezzi said, and so Alfredo has pointed out a very important thing, that networking is the key. So when you're sitting in India, imagine being able to network with people all over the world, right? So that provides a great way for success, right? So you are able to connect with people internationally. You want to join a professor or you want to go work for an industry. You are looking for the right scholarship. You're even meeting people who are deciding the scholarship, right? So finding all of this in one place becomes absolutely important. It becomes crucial. So this is what is important, and that's where a 360-degree support comes into play. So, but if there are questions at this stage, some people have just joined. Maybe we can take some questions at this stage, and then we will again continue further and then take questions. So people can raise hands now if they have questions to what has been said. General queries will be at end, right? If you want to discuss your career, that what stage you're at, what help you need, that will be later. But whatever Professor Ghezzi has said, whatever I've said, so far, if there are questions about it, please raise your hands. Okay. And in the end, I'm happy to talk to everyone individually on the call, right? Hear their professional life story, hear their aspirations. So I'll be here till the very end. Alfredo, you can stay for as long as you can, but whenever you want to leave, you are free to leave, right? Because I understand Alfredo is the head of like he runs the graduate program. He also runs a major lab. So his time is very, very valuable. I respect that. Thanks a lot for being here. Now over to Dr. Brooks Robinson. Brooks, you can address people.
Hi, everybody. I just want to emphasize a few things. Sukant has put together this really amazing international team, and I think that's really important to talk about more. We have Dr. Ghezzi, myself in the United States, people all over Europe and India and the Middle East. These are people all with different experiences, which you can draw on from us. I'm over here in the U.S. and we receive applications from all over the world, and so many of them are so terrible. They're cookie cutter. You can tell the people are just spamming anywhere they want to be in the U.S. and hoping to catch somebody. And those are automatic throwaways for us. So you really need the guidance from people who have been there, know what they're doing in order to get noticed. Or else it's just going to be another spam email, the trash spam application that's deleted. So that's one thing I want to emphasize, that we really have that experience, and signing up, you get to draw on that from the U.S. perspective, from the Europe perspective, everywhere that you could want to be. So that's Sukant. Is there something else you want to talk about?
No, but I think you said something very important, which I did not emphasize. Thanks a lot, Brooks, for it.